What are you experiencing in your body? And that connects us to our true nature. And the more you're tapped into that level, the faster it gets drawn into your experience. So what does that do? It allows us to experiment more. It allows us to take risks more. Can you slow down and start to connect with the information that's coming through your senses? So when you see something, really see it. When you hear, and I'm just being reminded right now, I don't even know if I paid attention to any sounds as I was walking yesterday, and that's something that I'm going to pay attention to today as in my walks is you are going to hear the birds singing or the wind rustling through the trees, or the sound of your foot on the footsteps, or even the thump of your heart, beating as you're walking through, and the taste. Slow down when you're eating, slow down when you're drinking, and really take those in. Really be present. You're feeling your experiences. A lot of the conversations with my clients have been around what are you experiencing in your body? And that connects us to our true nature. And so again, how often do we just like, oh, I'm mad, and that's it? We generalize everything. No. What are you really feeling? I'm feeling the pit in my stomach, and there's a fear right now, and it reminds me of a betrayal, possible betrayal, or again, whatever it is. And being able to connect with that part of you is so powerful and so deep and so important, and again connects you to all that is. And I'm going to bring it full circle, because I kind of hear the thought of, well, what does this have to do with manifestation? It connects you with all that is. And all there is manifestation. When you come from that place, there's nothing you cannot be, do, have, or create. You cannot not bring something into your universe. All of a sudden, you become part of the universe. And then anything that you think, anything that you desire starts to look for you. And the more you're tapped into that level, the faster it gets drawn into your experience, into your physical sensory experience, because we can have a thought about it. We can think about it, we can put it out into the universe, but it's not, it's like I can say I want this, private yacht. Yeah, but it's not parked in my backyard yet, right? But the higher I am in that vibration, then I can just have that thought, and literally someone can knock on my door and say, hey, do you want this yacht? I mean, it's possible, right? It's possible. So it's part of connecting to all that is. And being able to cultivate that creative mindset is also really important. So we talked about the senses. That creative mindset is that growth mindset. It's that open mindset. It's that playful mindset. We have our intuition course that some of you are part of. And what do I always say? This is kindergarten, right? We're playing with this space. Why? Because when we think about our intuition, it becomes so serious, because we're either kind of right or wrong. But when you're in that kindergarten space, so even in this stepping into creativity, we want to be in that kindergarten space where we're just going to play. And if something falls and breaks, we giggle about it, right? We laugh about it. It's like, oops. And we can have fun. So what does that do? It allows us to experiment more. It allows us to take risks more. It allows us to learn from failures. And that helps us foster our creative abilities. I was heartbroken because my son used to be a great artist. And 3, 4, 5 years old, would always draw, and he was always drawing, and he was writing. He was a writer and writing stories, and was just so tapped into creativity. And I was heartbroken because one time he had a drawing assignment, and it was kindergarten, it was homework, and he drew it, and then all of a sudden all I see him is crumple it up and throw it away. And I was like, sweetie, what's going on? He's like, oh, I don't like it. And really, what is he saying? He's starting to get judgment around it. right? That's what happens when we get into school. It's got to be within the lines. It's got to be this color. You've got to follow the numbers. You've got to do it the right way, which absolutely strips our creativity. And so what we want to do is deprogram ourselves from doing things the right way. Now, obviously, there are things we have to do the right way, right? We got to drive on the right side of the road. We got to follow the red. So, but tapping into creativity is letting go of that need to be perfect, being able to learn from our mistakes, being able to draw outside the lines, being able to paint big colors, and who cares if it becomes a big blob. It's taking risks.